Watch this video to learn how I bought this American Gold Eagle with Monero, start to finish, from a site called Veldt Gold. We'll go through the checkout process with XMR, the shipping, and I'll actually test this coin to prove it's real gold. If you've been wondering how to turn Monero into real physical gold you can hold in your hand, this video is for you. This video is a result of a poll on x.com. Follow Monerica there to participate in future videos. A quick disclaimer before we dive in. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy gold, Monero, or use this specific company. I'm just showing you my own personal experience placing a real order and getting it delivered so you can see how the process works. You can find Veldt Gold on Monerica.com under Businesses and Precious Metals. Veldt Gold is a bullion dealer in the USA that lets you buy physical gold, silver, platinum, and palladium with Monero. They ship bullion directly to you with insured discreet delivery. They also have a sell to us option where you can send them metal and get paid in Monero, but that's outside the scope of this video. First thing to know is that the minimum order to buy something from them is $2,000, so your order needs to be over $2,000 to be able to place an order. Check their reporting page if you're concerned about large purchases and IRS reporting requirements. I knew I wanted to buy something that was easy to sell later if I ever needed to. That's why I went with a 1-ounce American Gold Eagle. They're super common and widely recognized. It's easy to move if you have to sell it. I picked the American Gold Eagle and then added to cart. Once it's in the cart, click to check out. The next screen is where you'll need to log into your account, or you can continue as a new customer. The next step is the billing details. Fill in your name, email, billing address, all the standard things you need to process an order. Here you'll have to also create a password for your future account. So I put in all the billing info and set a password for the account and click next. Then you get to the shipping screen. This is where you put in the address where you want the metal to be delivered. I confirm everything. Make sure you have the right apartment number if you live in an apartment, and then click to place order. When you click to place order without checking the payment method, the site reminds you that you need to select a currency. So in this case, I'll be selecting that it's Monero, and then checking out. As soon as I select XMR at the checkout, see the price in Monero for the Gold Eagle. The exact amount will fluctuate every few seconds based on the real price of gold and Monero at that time. Once everything looks good, the item, the address, the total, and XMR, then I click to place order again. After placing the order, with XMR selected, I get the usual screen, a QR code you can scan with your Monero wallet, the exact XMR amount that needs to be sent, and you can also just copy the address if you prefer to copy and paste manually. This is super important. The amount needs to match precisely. Do not round up or down. If you have any kind of over or under payment, you can get your order into a review state, and that'll cause delays. I open my Monero wallet, paste the address, double check the amount, fee, and then send the payment. After a short wait, the payment gets picked up by their system. Once it's detected, the page updates to show that the Monero payment is complete, and the order is now in their system. They also show payment details for the Monero transaction. This is where you can see the invoice that matches your payment. Shortly after placing the order and paying, I get an email that shows the order was placed, and then later I'll get a shipping confirmation email. Since we created an account during the checkout, I can log back into Veldt Gold's website and check on my order status there in their dashboard and see if it's pending, processed, or shipped, etc. For this order, they shipped it with a USPS 2-day. I ordered on a Wednesday and it arrived on a Monday. The order requires a signature. That's good for your security. You don't want the order to just sit in the mailbox. But if you're in an apartment, you need to make sure that you meet the mailman in person, because they're not going to go up to your apartment. If you don't, then they'll end up having a slip in your mailbox where you'll have to go to the actual post office to pick it up. This is what the package looks like. Here you can see inside of the packaging. See that it's securely wrapped and packed. You can also see their marketing materials. This is the coin, front and back. You can see it's in good condition. Now, just because it looks like a gold eagle doesn't mean that we stop there. I want to do a quick non-destructive test to confirm that the coin behaves like a real gold coin. I'm going to use this app, which I install, and then do a ping test on my phone. You select from the app what coin it is you want to test, place the coin on the tip of your finger, and then you tap it with another piece of metal. In my case, I'm using a silver coin. The app listens to the sound resonance and checks to know if it matches a resonance profile for that specific coin. This is an example ping test. You can hear the sound of gold. Here you can see the app showing the coin is real. I also tested with a silver coin to make sure that it can tell the difference and works correctly, and can distinguish positive and negative. A failed test helps confirm a positive test. Of course, there are more advanced tests you can do with weight, calipers, density, x-rays, and so on, but this is a quick test to give confidence in what I ordered. So a quick recap: find Veldt Gold on Monero.com, select over $2,000 worth of precious metals that you'd like to buy, pick something that's easy to sell if that's what you want to do with it, add it to your cart, select to pay with Monero, send the Monero transaction, you'll get confirmation emails. You can track your order, make sure to meet the mail carrier to sign for your order, and verify that the coin is real with your own type of test. Based on this experience, you can see why they are verified on Monero.com. If this helped you, hit like, share, and subscribe to help support the Monero circular economy. For more ways to live your life using Monero, visit Monero.com.